School.
The school is a part of a network of schools across the country. It's named after a woman named Clara who is a strong advocate of I guess, empowering and educating our own. And, at a time when we see 80% dropout rates based on some reports in Baltimore City, myself and a few other concerned parents got together and established this school, reestablished. It's a school that I went to when I was here. I was born in Baltimore, so we reestablished it in the neighborhood that I was born in, Park Heights. And we're doing a really great job with the children there. There's so much to talk about the school, so you can direct it which way you want, Donnie.
Well, I want you to tell them how many countries you've been to. That's what I'm most proud and impressed about.
Well,
and tell them about your family. You know a couple boxers, don't you?
Yeah, Hassan Rockman is my first cousin. Know a few other boxers from that relationship.
What I always found interesting was that he's a boxer, right? But there's another brother that's a doctor.
Yeah, his brother is a doctor. Yeah, Yeah. So they're out in Vegas, but they still claim and represent Baltimore, and provide good support for the work we're doing here.
Now, I didn't know that all of Park Heights was your family.
Yeah, that'd be the overstatement of the century. No, we have a couple of people live from Park Heights, and we working to get through some of the things that are happening there to see the poor disrepair, 30 years worth of no master plan in that area. But they tout Park Heights every time a new piece of legislation. If they want to push slots, Park Heights. If money, and it's been all in the news. Park Heights Renaissance, Park Heights this, Park Heights that. Where the money at? Do you have the money? I think it's $12 million that nobody knows. I did.
Huh? Where the money at?
I wish I had you have to ask the Park Heights Renaissance and the Baltimore Development Corporation and
should an executive director be making $140,000 in Park Heights? Considering the neighborhood looked like a bomb hit it.
Well, they should be making $240,000 if they're effective, but we're looking to see some implementation, and it's a slow grind. I don't see much of it. I do see a community garden back there behind.
And I heard you got a couple of parks coming.
Couple parks coming.
Aren't you excited?
Well, I'm more excited about the children.
Okay. What's the curriculum like?
Haroon, Rashed, who's one of the board members, you slide the mic to him, be great. He's actually Haroon. Let me just tell you a fact about Haroon. He's been voted he's a teacher in Howard County, but lives in Baltimore, and he was voted the Teacher of the Year in Howard County, and is competing for this Teacher of the Year for the state of Maryland.
Give him a round of applause, y'all. Big ups to you. And he's a Morehouse man.
And he's a Morehouse man.
That's all right.
It's qualified to talk something about the curriculum, what we focus on there.
Okay.
Well, first of all, thank you, Saffir. I've been teaching for about 11 years in Howard County, and I recognize that.
All right, why are you in Howard County? Why are you ain't in Baltimore City?
Well, and honestly, I need to go ahead and say something about Baltimore real quick.
Come on with it.
I came up here from Atlanta, fresh out of college, wet behind the ears, excited about getting in my grind and everything. Applied for a teaching position in Baltimore City, and they said they was all filled up.
Answer your question, Donnie.
I'm lost for words, man.
I was shocked and appalled that I got turned away. So
what happens? And let's just call this. What happens when the white lady teacher goes to Baltimore City and she goes to try to educate the 6-year-old, 7-year-old, 8-year-old little black boy? All I know is he ended up on Ritalin.
Well, that's
amen.
That's the truth. That's the truth. It's unfortunate, as Saffir was saying.
And he ain't going to Morehouse.
No. And
he going to Jessup.
We in Maryland are ranked the #1 state in the country, and have been for the last 3 years, #1 state in education in the country.
Does that include Baltimore City Public Schools?
And now that does include Baltimore City Public Schools. Now Baltimore City Public Schools has a dropout rate of about, a graduation rate of only about 34%. is the graduation rate. The drop
Sound like prison prep, cuz.
that's exactly what it is. You know, and that's when they start building and referencing the prisons is at 3rd grade reading level based off
8 years old.
Exactly.
Ding ding. Johnny can't read. Johnny going to Jessup.
You already know the
He
correlation.
got a scholarship waiting.
The correlation.
Work study and everything.
The lack of education and prison rates is astounding. Therefore, you know, what we're trying to do with Clara Muhammad schools is we're trying to go ahead and now reach those kids, because there's some change that need to be made in public education that's not happening. So in Clara Muhammad schools, what we're trying to do is we're trying to make sure that those students are getting a well-rounded curriculum that is teaching them not only educational values but personal core values to go ahead and be able to go and survive in a society that doesn't necessarily value education. Unfortunately, amongst many of our students, of color, education is not the hierarchy that it should be.
Where does education start?
It starts in the home. Starts with the parents. However, you know, all of us have the responsibility to be parents. If we see some parents aren't pulling their weight, then, you know, however much we suck, however much we're great, we are us. So we have to, you know, pull together.
Not my child.
No, we have to.
Not my child.
You can expect your child to be one of those.
Your child a ringleader.
Exactly.
Not my child. Yes, your child.
That's right. That's right. So, you know. I mean,
stop trying to be their friend.
Yeah.
Be a parent.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can be both. You know, yeah. One of my best friends is my parents. You know, you can be the friend of your child as well as a parent to your child. Those two things don't have to be in competition. And so, you know, our idea is to get these children that we have. Children are performing in the top quartile of the top 10% of standardized tests. I mean, you almost have to be either crazy or on Ritalin yourself to not want a bright future for your child and not want to embrace and come see what is happening here. You know, you don't have to be deterred by his funny name, Clara Muhammad. What is Clara Muhammad? Well, come check it out.
That's why I like that movie Amistad.
Amistad.
There were Christians on the boat and there were Muslims on the boat.
We all in the city.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, no slight on anybody, but if God isn't in the midst of it, you know, I don't know what is.
That's critical. That's critical. That's part of the problem with some of the public school education.
Oh, you can't acknowledge God.
Yeah.
You can acknowledge the devil all over the place. You can cuss, you can throw stuff at the teachers, but you can't acknowledge God.
That's the challenge.
You know, one thing it says, if you are ashamed to confess me before your brethren, you know, it said the good Lord will be ashamed to confess us. Something like that.
Yeah.
Them holy rollers out there know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
All right, so we plugging in a event. Come on, Amy. You ain't gonna be shy. I ain't gonna let you off the hook like that. Come on. Time is money.
All right, so you heard a lot about the Clara Muhammad School, and the Clara Muhammad School right now is having a fundraiser September the 18th. We're doing this to raise funds for the maintenance of the school, to have salaries for the teachers, and give scholarships for the students. We have a Cirque theme. It's called Cirque de la Lune. It's a play off of Cirque du Soleil, and we have a lot of fantastic entertainers that are coming through to make this event spectacular. We have comedy by Larry Lancaster, hosted by Mark Clark, and we have Stilt Walking.
Mark Clark, formerly of Radio 1.
Yes, formerly of Radio 1. We have
snuck off to DC somewhere.
Fire eaters, drumming, and a delicious meal for everyone who comes to attend. So we're just looking for support for that.
What's the phone number?
The phone number, you can call 443-854-4844.
Hold tight. They got to get an ink pen. Say it again,
okay.
nice and slow.
443-854-4844. Or you can visit the website, which is www.cmsblacktie.eventbrite.com.
Give me that phone number one more time.
443-854-4844.
Okay. Good stuff.